What is up, guys? This is Brandon on Brandoncoin, and I just wanted to give y'all some insight behind the scenes because a lot of people just see me buying graphics cards and just keep compiling onto what I got. And I thought what would actually help is to show y'all how much I've made in 1 week and in what different ways I've made it. I have not cashed out any of this. All of this fiat value is just hypothetical at what the current rate is today. So I have one of my small systems on NiceHash, and it pays out in Bitcoin. Made $20.51 for a whole week out of Bitcoin, so not a whole lot. I have a majority of my cards mining Ethereum. I ended up mining right at 0.2 Ethereum in a week. It was a little bit more than that, but I just rounded to 0.2. So it was right at $104.34. That's the main chunk of what I make. And then I have just my small 1050 2 gigabyte system mining Zencash, and Zencash is way down right now, so I almost get 1 Zencash a week out of my 1050s. But I mean, Zencash, heck, just a couple weeks ago, it was $30-$40, but right now Zencash is only $8 or 18 per coin. So I'm gonna keep leaving that one system on it because I think Zencash is gonna come up, and I'm just gonna keep stacking all these coins. Actually, I think all these are gonna come up. They just seem real, like, too low for their actual value. But anyway, in fiat value, that comes out to a total of $141.86. Now, to put that into reference kind of what I have going on here, all my cards together are worth right at $4,292 roughly for what I had paid for them. They might be worth a little bit more than that or a little bit less than that right now. These are not exact numbers, but this is what I tried to buy them at roughly. To break it down, like current ROI, because people love to see like return on investment rates. At the current rates of what I'm mining per day, and if I keep my system the exact same and nothing changes, like difficulty doesn't go nowhere and price stays the same, which obviously none of that's going to happen, it's all going to change, but my return on investment would be 211 days if I bought all these cards and set them up right now. Obviously, a majority of these cards have already returned on investment, and I've used that money to go and turn around and buy more cards with it. So the coolest thing right now is I'm actually making enough money to pay the electricity and then still take some of the money and roll that back over into new hardware. I'm currently holding a majority of my coins just because I feel like the value is too low. But once some of those values creep up on there, I'm looking for Bitcoin to be over 10,000 before I sell off my Bitcoin, and then I really want Ethereum to be back up in the $800 range. I think it's got the usability, and the value of it should be in that range. And once it gets there, I'll be selling some of that off because I do want to expand more. Hopefully, when those prices get there, that's when the new NVIDIA cards will be out, and I want to go ahead and buy those and get those up and running as fast as possible. And this also is the week of March 18th through March 24th. Yeah. So just for reference, if anybody's looking way back on this and like, oh my God, he mined 0.2 ETH, ETH's 20 grand or something. I don't know. And then I also estimated out 1 month at the current rates, which obviously the rates are probably not going to hold. It might go up, it might go down, who knows. But that I'm looking at $567 a month. It's not horrible. My electricity bill for just my mining stuff runs about anywhere from about $80 to $90. And I have everything tweaked. Everything's underclocked or undervolted, and power's turned down. Nothing's running full power. I'm trying to be as efficient as possible. But just to see that in percentage, that's 0.13% payback of the $4,000 per month. So it's not a bad gig. I'm definitely not swaying anybody. This is not legal advice. Don't go buy a bunch of graphics cards and set them up in mine, because right now is honestly, it's kind of depressing. Like, I get on, and I mean, the rates I was making a couple months ago were like insane. I mean, just my 1060 rig was making $100 a week, not let alone anything else. But already I reaped those rewards, and now I just gotta mine on through regular times. And if it holds out at these kind of pay rates, stick around, like the video, subscribe, because I'm gonna keep expanding. You know, it doesn't have to go back up to that crazy profitability like it was in November and December and even a little bit into January for me to stay in it. I'm planning on staying. This is not my full-time gig. Obviously, I don't make anywhere near enough to make it full-time. I do work a full-time job, and this is like my hobby that ends up kicking a little bit of money back to me, and like I really do enjoy it. I enjoy talking to y'all. So if you do have any questions, I try to get back to you as best as possible. You can try to comment down below or email me if I don't get back to your comment within a day or so. But yeah, so let's jump over to the daily payouts. Let's see here. Yeah, Saturday, March 24th, 2018. We are looking at the 1030 making only 19 cents a day on NeoScript, 201 kilohash. The GTX 1052 gig making 43 cents a day on Equihash, about 170 sols. GTX 1050 Ti 4 gig making 54 cents a day. 1066 gig making 89 cents a day. I still don't have a 1070 yet. I didn't end up pulling the trigger on that other 1070 the other day. Somebody texted down below or commented down below and said I should hold out just like one more week because apparently there's like some rumors that new cards are dropping. I don't know. I don't want to spread a bunch of like disinformation, so I'm just gonna wait it out and see, because if new cards drop, I mean, some of these prices should take at least 15-20% discount. I would imagine, I would hope. But I still do want to get a 1070. I want that just for the stats, just for the data, let it run. I'm kind of, I want to fill in my graph or my Excel sheet. But the GTX 1080 is making $1.40 a day. The RX 560s are making 57 cents a day, and the RX 588 gig are making $1.24 a day. And for anybody that's new to the channel, this is all broken down for one card for each individual one. This is not what all of my 1050s are doing 43 cents. Each one of my 1050s is doing roughly 43 cents. Because I have like 6 of those and 3 of those. So a lot of people are like, this doesn't add up. Like, I added all this up. No way you're making what you say a week or a month or whatever. That's because I do this to help y'all know where you're at and what kind of speed I'm mining at and what that equates out to in fiat and also over here in satoshis per day. This power cost is figured in at TDP, not at what I'm undervolted at. So this is like worst case scenario power cost at 9 cents per kilowatt. Now jumping over here to my simple miner, my RX rig or my AMD rig. Now I have 2 RX 560s. If you haven't watched it, that one doing 12.46 mega hash right there, that is the RX 560 Lite model is what I'm going to call it. It only has 14 compute units. I just made a video on it. I will link that down below and explain it. The one doing 14.8 is the XFX model I had. I just pushed it a little bit harder, and it actually had a little bit more headroom than I thought. So it's making a solid, but that's a full 16 compute unit RX 560, so that's a real one. And then that RX 580 is doing 31 strong. The GTX 1060 system, all those are getting 21.5 roughly. That GTX 1050 Ti at the end is doing 13.7. And then my GTX 1050 2GB system stays steady at about 1,000 sols on Zencash. So steady, keep those things mining, keep them going. Now over on Amazon, I was looking around for some deals. There's not much deals on mining stuff, but if anybody's looking to upgrade, this is a Ryzen 7 1700. These are supposed to be awesome processors, and it comes with the Wraith Spire LED cooler, so you can be mad cool. And it's $50 off, so it's $270. Regular price $330. It's probably in anticipation for their new CPUs coming out, because I think they announced that their new CPUs coming out for end of this year or something. But still, I mean, a Ryzen 7, that's like what, 8, 9, 10, 12. How many cores is that? Processor, 65 watt. It's an 8 core. So that's a bad boy right there. That'll put a hair in your biscuit, if you know what I'm talking about. So I wish I could afford to buy one of these right now, but I'm holding out. I'm still holding some money for when those 20 series GTX cards drop. I really want to be one of the first ones to get one. But now just jumping over here to Reddit. I try to feature one of the community's rig every single day. So if you jump over to the Reddit page and go and post your rig up, if you have any social media, also post it up over there. It's always nice to see what other people are doing. But this guy right here, King Orvil, he caught my eye because he did a GT 1030 rig, and he did all fanless models. If you look at it right there, he just put fans to push the air through. And I was reading on it a little bit right here. All cards improved with mod. He posted his YouTube channel, and I went over there and I was just cruising through it a little bit. But he went and did liquid metal on all of his cards, and he said he's actually gained hash rates and the cards are running significantly cooler. So I'm gonna put his channel down below. It looks like I am his 64th subscriber. Go check out his stuff. He looks like he's getting into quite a bit of mining and showing off what he's buying. It's always nice to see more information. So check him out. Tell him where you came from. If you do go over there, tell him you came from Brandoncoin and you're here to help support the community. So the mining community has been a awesome community so far. You guys, no joke. I mean, I get a couple hecklers and trolls down below, but very few and far between. So thank you for everything that y'all do, and I'll just try to keep putting out, as good of content that I can as fast as possible. So thank you guys, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Adios.